in the bottom left of Northern Isles for our final best of 3 of the day, starting with our orc player. It's KiWiKaKi. And in the top right, this is your pilot speaking. From New Zealand, it is SaysO. You know, Ricky, I think we've actually seen SaysO in some Dust League off race against KiWiKaKi. I think it might have actually been human, maybe Night Elf, but I swear we've seen this before. Do you remember that match?
No, but I
Yes.
do know that this is going to be very exciting, Carson.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think he actually off-raced human in like something like Dust League Season 3 against Kiwi. Of course, he was still an undead player back then, but he's always had a very strong random, and it's going to be pretty standard from both players. The straight-up Farseer Headhunters opener for KiWiKaKi, no straight tech, no grunt opener as we've seen previously at times, and just a straight-up Archmage from SaysO.
I imagine we'll probably see a Panda. SaysO does want to end this pretty quick. You know, work is done. This is the last bit of work, and he still can hit that 12 o'clock tea time with those tailor-mades in the back. So he definitely wants to hit the course. I think it's 10:30 in the morning right now in New Zealand. So he's ready to hit the green there, and he's got to get through the Canadian orc.
We'll see what items they both start with. Kiwi's going to go for the Murloc. First of all, I'm wondering if he's going to creep 2 or go straight across after this initial. Murloc is Gauntlets of Strength and Circlet of Nobility for SaysO. That's a nice item. Claws of Attacker, the preferred item for the Archmage, but that's not something to complain about. So far, 3 farm, no tower, Shades of Chaemiko. And as you said, I would expect to see the Panda. I'd expect to see either a Panda or a Beastmaster. A Mountain King would very much surprise me from SaysO.
It is interesting that we've been seeing the Farseer train of Headhunters just go across and do damage all day, but Kiwi's like the only player in this tournament that just creeps. Yeah. He doesn't care about the harasser or doing extra damage, at least not just yet. But yeah, gonna pick up level 2 and then go across. Is this actually a level 2? Yeah, okay. We will get level 2 and then just go straight across, but SaysO's actually going for a cheeky consumable camp right now.
Yeah, the flowchart of Kiwi seems to not cover this option, so SaysO's actually going to fully get away with this, although here comes the Chain Lightning potential. Maybe a last hit does secure that last hit. And 2 footmen very, very low. Maybe this wasn't actually the best play from SaysO. It seemed like it was going to pay off. Is he just going to lose 3 footmen here?
Ooh, it's a lot more costly than he wanted it to be right now. Another footy in the back. This is good harassment so far. And, I mean, defend is almost going to kick in. So not that heavy losses. What, just one footy so far? So SaysO's trying to defend this. Yeah, everything's very, very low.
It's close to game losing, taking that much damage on footmen early like this. It is actually, yeah, it's very, very bad. You cannot afford to do that, and now this is very rough for SaysO. It really is.
Arcane about to be up. He needs to be able to hold, but you're absolutely right. These footies they might as well be dead. Another one's gonna fall. Defend kicks in, but oh, it's gonna go down. Maybe close. Wow, 5 HP gonna barely lift, and Militia just being called back and forth trying to hold this right now. Tier 2 tech almost on the way, but now we're seeing what all the orcs have been doing to humans throughout this entire tournament. SaysO said he has the answer, but so far that scuffed creep camp is hurting him a lot.
He's going to have to power build a shop in the back, but he's got to chop down those 2 trees those peasants at the north are working on before he's going to be able to do that. He got the invuln from the Tuskars earlier, but yeah, it's going to be quite a while before SaysO can leave his base. He's smartly not engaging with any militia or anything, but over time, he's going to start losing those farms in the front. Now a Arcane Vault being built in the back, and a couple of footmen here. Honestly, with the defender, more than enough to deal with a couple of headhunters there are.
Yeah, the problem with building that shop in the back is where's the Sanctum going to go in tier 2? I mean, there's maybe a spot on the bottom, but it's still going to be tight. You're going to be building these buildings in range of the headhunters for sure. And there's 6 now. Kiwi's keeping the pressure on. He's got one of Illusion too, which could be a nice to use right now if he wants to just keep pressure and definitely dive in. But right now the tech is in. Shadowhunter second for Kiwi. So we know what he wants to do. He wants to come across and just keep doing some pressure. Hex is pretty good to target down these units. Tier 2's hit and no Mountain King, Carson, so we're probably going to wait for that Panda, but how does he get across the map over to that tavern?
Yeah, and also a Torn Totem again for Kiwi. This is what he did against Cruncher on Concealed Hill, which I was not a fan of, but he's looking to be in a much better situation this game than he was the other day on Concealed Hill. Now SaysO's going to make his way to the tavern, but not without some losses. should be a Panda. There's the Panda indeed, and a slight power spike now for SaysO, but he might lose another footman.
Yeah, he does. His Farseer's almost close to level 3 as well. Panda trying to get in range, but Kiwi just dips with these headhunters. He's like, nope.
Perfect for
Yeah,
Kiwi, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And that's going to be level 3 on this Farseer. One more hit on this footy. Can you get in range? The Wolves could be able to chase, actually. And that's definitely going to be a level up as the Shadowhunter comes at the same time. So just really good position for KiWiKaKi, the Canadian. Everything's just looking really good right now.
This is just all because there was 3 low footmen that when the defend came in, he didn't have the forces to stomp, and now there's the Hex here to deal with the defend, and at the end of the day, SaysO gets no kills because of this. Is he going to 2 Sanctums? Yes, he is. They're soon to be up. So the casters will come out, but is there any footmen? Look at it. There's 3 footmen in the back of the base currently that could be healed up by the first couple of priests. But Kiwi, already level 3 on the Farseer, is going to continue to steal away creep camps. And remember, the Tuskar pretty much already entirely crept out, so where can this Panda creep?
It's really tough. I mean, especially if Kiwi steals this expansion, which I don't think he wouldn't. He's running away right now. Does he want to go for the lab instead? Also a viable choice if you do want to do that, but he's still waiting on his priests. I mean, he doesn't have much of anything, Carson. He's been holding defend, by the way. It looks like he's got move command on, or move formation, but he doesn't. But just everything's so slow. Panda gonna be creeping up a little snag, but it's not a lot at all. And Kiwi, I like this too. I mean, take the whole mid. Not a bad option.
Nice little illusion play there, re-aggroing the creeps to make this just even more annoying for SaysO to creep. And level 2 in the Shadowhunter now, I'd imagine tier 3 tech. Yep, about 60% done. For KiWiKaKi and SaysO is just trying to muster up a force that can even take a fight, let alone win a fight.
Okay, Farseer taking a bit of damage. Good right-clicking from SaysO just to get that Farseer out of the way. Chain Lightning could be a problem. Instead, he just makes Wolves anyway, so Panda is going to be able to get that experience and the item. Claws +9, decent on the Archmage. And yeah, I mean, yeah, SaysO's going to get the lab, but there's still just so much missing here. And the Panda, the big goal is to get level 3.
Yeah, I think a preemptive militia call had to be the play here for SaysO, but now Hex 2 footmen going to fall. The Walkers are putting in some work right now, and the Torns are soon to follow as well. And without that expansion we saw Cruncher taking the other day, it's very difficult to combat the tier 3 tech against tier 2. You need that supply advantage if you're in SaysO's shoes, and there's no way he has enough map control to get that expo up.
Level 3 Shadow already, Carson. Yeah. This is just insane creeping from KiWiKaKi. And now the Breakers are starting to come in. We've seen humans in the past start to chip away once they can get up to 50 supply with a lot of Breakers. They can actually start to take fights, but the problem, again, is just the experience is really bad. Another Priest about to go down. These are precious casters that SaysO needs, and Kiwi's kind of just stealing them for free. Almost a Chain Lightning could come in on a lot of these susceptible units. More and more Breakers being rallied in. Shadowhunter, nice heal, but the kiting should be good for the Canadian, and he's just constantly be kiting this, and he can pick off a lot of units here, especially precious militia that are peasants that SaysO needs, but SaysO's not able to get on top of this army. He's still dealing with wolves.
Yeah, the Berserkers kick in. A lot of those peasants die, and the Breakers are trying to reinforce. They'd be nice in the front line, but KiWiKaKi's only going to get stronger. I mean, he's got attack upgrades on the way. The Torn Chieftain just now comes out. The Panda's going to get low. Ooh, there could be a Hex. There could be a dead Panda here in no time. The caster's kind of out front. Kiwi could overextend, but he can get away, and the Hex on the Panda's going to secure that kill. It's only a level 1 hero, but that's a big pickoff for Kiwi. He could just TP out here if he wanted. Honestly, a lot of slow.
Yeah, Breakers getting on top. Panda not being here is such a problem. And a big thing as well is the heal waves have been insane from the Shadowhunter. Just sitting in the back, chilling. And now the Breakers going to start to finally get focused by these Berserkers. +2 attack, a KiWiKaKi special. The man loves his upgrades as much as he loves a cheese curd on that puts in. And everything's just looking really good as the Breakers are just starting to get depleted now.
Yeah, everything's getting low. The Panda's soon to be out again, but the Troll regen is working overtime, and the Torn Chieftain coming in as well with that orb now, too. That's going to be nice. If there's no raiders, the one way you can lock down Breakers or Destroyers is use that orb. Throw it on your Shadowhunter, throw it on your Farseer, and it can lock in and secure you those kills on the Breakers.
SaysO uses the heal, but then he just takes the fight anyway, so he's not going to get much value from that. But he's starting to get some kills. Panda, at least starting to level up to possibly level 2. The Berserkers, like at the end, the army does scale much better for the human if he can chip away and kill some of these units. But Shadowhunter just had mana for days, and now with the TC here, it's just not enough.
Mana Stone is gone. Sork and Priest are coming out. The Panda is going to have a breath soon. Speed Scroll to try to commit in again for that Panda. There's a Hex in a couple of mana, but the Breaker Burn actually denies the potential for another Hex. But so many Breakers falling.
Yeah, so many. Just all of them, really. 36 supply, and it just seems like it's getting worse for SaysO. He's just trying to run away, trying to catch up, but he hasn't had any breathing room. Kiwi's doing a great job of just killing everything.
It's a non-stop attack, right? He just has not stopped aggressing after the initial couple of creep camps and then stealing away, of course, those Murlocs. He just keeps on pushing, and SaysO never in a position after those low footmen in the early game to really even trade in a fight. It's not as though those footmen fall off once there's Hex. No, you forced all the mana from the Shadowhunter just to kill those footmen, and now the Panda gonna be purged from the orb, gonna go down. The Torn Chief is quite low, but even if the TC died, it wouldn't make a difference here.
Yeah, this is looking pretty dire, and behind this mass Torrens, he just got the Pulverize upgrade, so imagine Torrens mixed into this too. There's just not that much, but SaysO's not going to see him. GG, we're going to go to game 2.
Whew. Is Kiwi, I don't know, man, does he want some revenge for what the humans did to him just 2 days ago? This looks angry, man. Ultra aggressive, never letting go. And maybe SaysO regrets picking human by now.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, that was a very aggravated Kiwi right there, at least in the game. Like, he was on top of him the whole time. He didn't let up the pressure after the initial damage on the footman. And, you know, although a little light of hope for SaysO, if he has a bit of a better early game, there was times in that fight, if we just had a couple more units, maybe the militia weren't sacrificed earlier on, maybe he had a couple more breaths of fire, he really could turn that fight around. So if the early game's better, if he doesn't take such huge damage, he's got the strat at least somewhat figured out with that Panda with the casters. He's following Cruncher's footsteps.
Yeah, this first creep was an absolute disaster. For sure, losing so many footmen. If you don't have so many footmen, you can't fight the breakers, the headhunters early. If you can't fight the headhunters early, then you got them at a critical mass, and then they pretty much one-shot everything you got. I like the timings that SaysO had, so he's no stranger to the human race, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely knows the matchup. I think on paper, he's thinking just make a Panda forehead, but you do have to be able to creep this up, and when you're playing in this new meta, these orcs aren't giving you any space. I mean, Kiwi swallowed him from start to finish and ended up eating him alive. So I think SaysO, Carson, you're absolutely right. SaysO should just stick to the game plan, but he needs to be a lot more careful with his creeping, and then he needs to use his time wisely while he has it.
All right, man, this is match points for Kiwi, who is looking as dominant as he was in the winner bracket semifinal. Really hope that SaysO can bounce back from this. Really like this matchup, really like the players, would love to see more. And there's a lot of game material to study, or there was, for SaysO, how to outplay KiWiKaKi, as Cruncher showed just 2 days ago. But apparently Kiwi learned a thing or two there as well. First map was SaysO's map. This one goes to KiWiKaKi's home turf, Concealed Hill, everybody. Match points for Kiwi, who can make his 5th consecutive DreamHack semifinal.
All right, Concealed Hill. Definitely a good Farseer Headhunters map. We've seen it even long in the past. I believe it was Focus when the map first came out, going Farseer, getting Wind Riders, Hex creeping all the red camps. Good times. It's very much been an orc map, at least in this meta. So we'll see if SaysO can bounce back in game 2. And like I said, he doesn't have to do much different. He just has to play a lot safer. That's a mistake I see so many human players make, in my opinion, of course. They're just too aggressive with their footmen. You don't need to invest the footman health, the footman lives. Just AFK in your base until you have defend. If the orc is going to creep aggressively in front of you, yeah, you can pressure them with the Archmage. You can force them to take damage to do so. But don't invest your footman health just to fight an army that you cannot beat without defend.
Yeah, similar strategy that we saw on this map. You know, key from Blade was that straight tier 3 as hard as you can, and that was taking heavy losses as well. So it's another viable option on this map. We'll see how SaysO makes those halftime adjustments and just creeps a lot better, knowing that eventually Kiwi will be in his face. But Kiwi's going to stick to the same old song and dance. It's going to be the Farseer Headhunters. It's going to be the train. Probably will creep a little bit more before going across, but this is a big map too, so he'll want to come over sooner the better, because SaysO can creep pretty solidly with the pulled militia.
Yeah, you can only really creep the turtles early on, which puts you very, very far away from your opponent if you are Kiwi. So the aggression is going to be the play. Of course, he doesn't want to allow SaysO to potentially get that lab first and foremost. He's going to come across with SaysO. Going to get the Gloves of Haste, going to leave the militia so he can move over to get that level 2 much earlier. This is a nice little refined creep route, and might be able to secure that aura before the Farseer can do much damage, but there's no Arcane Tower, of course.
Militia getting caught off before they can really get in there. Is Kiwi able to steal at least one? Not too sure, but the Footies and the Water Elemental going to deal with the turtles, like you said, and that's going to be at least level 2 while defending this. One militia will fall to the Wolf, maybe a second to the Wolf and Farseer, so there is value here for Kiwi, especially with no Arcane. This is still pretty dicey before the Headhunters have even started to roll in, but now the first one will be here with a fresh set of Wolves, and Kiwi is kiting this beautifully.
I think 2 peasant losses is absolutely acceptable for the early level 2. The gold you get from creeping, he can replace those peasants, and he can now stay passive. Look at the footman health. Beautiful. Keep it this way until you have to defend. Do not fight into them right now. I mean, there's only one headhunter to be fair, but still, you can be kited. You can take damage. I don't think it's worth it to take damage on your footman like this. Just chill. Just chill it out.
Chilling like a villain is the way to go. One other wolf going to get denied, not the experience there, but the Archmage has picked off at least one, and now the Headhunter a little bit exposed. Archmage going to go ham and try to do some damage, and we'll see how much damage Kiwi can put in. I definitely agree that the footy health is looking a lot better. That one footy could probably stay in the back for now, but defend could come in and a little bit more wood if SaysO can get that, and then we got a 4-0 ball game.
We do indeed, and the militia being called, there's no defend still yet, though. It's going to be a little while. And yes, so the Archmage could poke forward, sure, but the footmen stay healthy, and they're pretty healthy. I do think they could have even been a little bit more passive, but they're still much more healthy than, of course, they were last game. The peasants, I just don't see why it's necessary to bring the peasants out like this, Ricky. Like, why? Like, just sit? Like, what is he going to do? He's going to attack a farm? You're going to have defend in 30 seconds. I don't think this is necessary.
Yeah, he's wasting a lot of resources, and units are dying for no reason. Let Kiwi poke. Let your Archmage do the damage, and like you said, the Water Elementals and the Archmage do the work. You don't have to dive in so much. Defend will finish, though, at the cost of just, a lot more militia going down than you want.
But the footmen are still healthy. The defend is... Well, the footmen are kind of healthy. The defend is up, so now SaysO can start to trade a little bit, but the tower a little bit mispositioned. Again, the tower not passive enough as well, going to be killed by the Headhunters very easily. The nice little play there from KiWiKaKi. And now I think we're just in a similar situation to the last game. A lot of peasants have fallen. The footmen are going down. The one's already low in the back. Another one has fallen, and how's the lumber looking? Not great. Not great at all.
Yeah, Kiwi's just okay with taking these initial fights. Now he's going to start kiting because some of the Headhunters are getting low, but everything's just seems so confident. It's still not level 2 on the Farseer, but he still has critical mass to just steal these camps if SaysO doesn't commit. But right now, SaysO is sticking around, and he wants to get at least some more damage done on these Headhunters. Tier 2 does hit for Kiwi, so the Shadow Hunter coming out with Troll Regen and a Tauren Totem, just the same thing. Kiwi really likes the style in this matchup.
3 Headhunter is quite low. 2 of them go to the fountain, chased by a defended footman. Another one goes to the fountain, still being chased, but no losses yet, at least on the side of KiWiKaKi. Nice micro, and as you pointed out, the Troll Regen going to help out a ton there. Do we have 2 Sanctums? Of course, we don't have a lot of lumber for the 2 Sanctums, but the Panda comes nevertheless. SaysO's got to get some damage done with this Panda. He didn't manage to do it last game, but look how low these Headhunters are. I mean, this could be 3-4 kills for SaysO, but the Shadowhunter is going to help us so much. You could even go heal wave first here, but I think Hex is still going to be the play.
Wait, where's he skipped the shop? I know this is concealed, but this could be really bad.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake, for sure.
Oh, the Panda's going to have tons of other fires. He's just chasing his army.
Ooh, he's going to at least get one. The troll regen is helping out a ton. Okay, doesn't miss on that. So many are low, Ricky. Oh my god, this could be a lot. Of course, the footmen are falling as well, but SaysO could get every single return kill here.
Oh, all these breath of fires are just all value. This is really nuts. The footy might come back to just cut these units off. What is over there? Hard to tell, but the panda just continuing to chase. Everything looks pretty. There's a water elemental just chilling.
SaysO paying attention. That's a third headhunter going down, and now he just dive in. He's gonna get every single one of these, Ricky, because he can just TP out, just go in, go, get all these kills. That's gonna be 3, 4, 5 potentially. There's not another breath, but yeah, just dive in. Nice base build from Kiwi to be able to get out the other side, but SaysO's not trapped in here with him. He's trapped in here with SaysO.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. Great situation for the New Zealander as he's finally starting to chip away and get in the face of Kiwi. But this is opening up more time to build the Arcane Sanctums, to macro up. I mean, there's still a couple footies. I think like 3 left, and he can go back. Panda sticking around, though. Panda's going to die in the middle of the base. I don't know. Did he have to dive in that much?
Yeah, I think the panda kind of got trapped. He could have just passed the town portal. I think just TPing out, calling militia, and creeping like the Expo the lab immediately after those initial kills would have been the best play, because now the panda would love to be creeping right now. He's only level 1, but he would love to be creeping, but still. A good amount of kills for SaysO, definitely acceptable with the amount of footmen he lost. I'm unsure of actually the number of footmen, but he's saving a couple back to the base, so I think he's happy with the kills he's managed to get. Of course, he got none last game in the Sanctums, like you pointed out. They're up on time, or at least as on time as they could be.
Yeah, he's going to start pumping up the
headhunter
at least. Nice hacks. Beauty hacks. Still going to go down to that water elemental, but still getting tons of units off. But Kiwi's been macroing up a bit. This time, you know, the maybe not double Tauren Totem right now. He doesn't have full reigns to do whatever he wants, right? But still in a good position. Almost level 3-2 on KiWiKaKi, and again, his creeping has been sensational. I mean, headhunters, you can creep really fast, and Kiwi's still going to get level 3 Farseer and very close to level 2, level 3 Shadowhunter, and maybe he just goes for something ballsy like a red camp. He's got Spirit Link, he's got tons of units. Yeah, he could go for something big. Panda's taking a lot of damage this camp.
Yeah, and see, this is what the panda could have been doing if he had just sacrificed that town portal earlier. He could have just been creeping this immediately while the Archmage is still harassing. Ooh, now he's going to get Creepjack. Maybe happy he didn't use that town portal because he might need to use it now. Invuln level 2, level 3, big upgrades for SaysO. KiWiKaKi continues to creep himself, wants to get level 3 Shadowhunter, the Farseer, pressuring. No Adept on the Priest, of course, yet. But there is, or is there Adept? Sorry. No, there is actually not. He's instead getting Control Magic for the Breakers, which I think might be the right call.
Yeah, needs to move these peasants back because wood is starting to become a problem for SaysO as he's trying to macro up, but he's been using the militia to just creep like crazy, and this time just going straight into breakers before adept training. So interesting. He just wants the units right now, but Kiwi's going to continue to push, continue to pressure. Shadowhunter very close to level 3, just off a couple of footies as well. Very close. Yep. Everything here is like super susceptible to chain lightning, everything. So if Kiwi can get on top, now he's got berserkers. One good speed scroll fight could be pretty big, but he doesn't have speed scroll yet. Okay, the TC comes with it.
No orb this time. That just shows the amount of damage that SaysO's been able to do. We saw how comfortable, as we pointed out with the Taurens, how comfortable Kiwi was last game. He was able to get that orb. He's going into double Tauren Totem. He was so comfy, but this game, the pressure has really made a difference for SaysO. It still wouldn't put him at an advantage with now Kiwi getting the red camp and Warsong Battle Drums. That's going to be good with the lacking of a bestiary. But, you know, SaysO definitely, if he can get Panda 3, is going to be in a decent position at least.
Yeah, big level up for this Panda. Archmage letting him solo creep, letting him soak up as much as he wants. Maybe he can go to that crab and steal a little bit, but Kiwi's wrapping around. Could be a creep jack. I don't think SaysO will have the time. He might have to like Breath of Fire just to steal this for level 3 and get out of there.
Oh, that got stolen, actually. That little creep got stolen, I'm pretty sure, unless my eyes deceive me. There is a big invuln on the Panda, but you don't want to use it. This is not the fight you want to take. I think you pass the TP and get the hell out of here. Oh, no, the Hex! Is there enough damage to stop? The Panda's going to go down! Oh, no, that's the only way that Kiwi could really solidify this game here and now, but this is going to be a very difficult fight now for SaysO.
SaysO still sticking around. I think, you know, cut your losses where they are. I mean, this is not a good position for you. The Berserkers could jump on top and just kill a lot more of the casters units you need. And SaysO's trying to just chip away, but it's not going to work. And now this Panda needs to come out level 2.9, Carson. You try to go for that level 3, and you get absolutely punished for it.
Yeah. And the Panda's going to come back from the tavern, as it seems. Could use that replenishment potion. A second red camp going to go to KiWiKaKi. A good play here for SaysO if he goes to the other red camp. He doesn't have a lot of anti-air, and of course the wards have been brilliantly used by KiWiKaKi to scout that whole left aisle of Concealed Hill. And now the militia being called the expansion attempt, but it's too little too late. As Kiwi gets Lionhorn, nice auras now for Kiwi. Even has a chance to get another one from the other fountain.
Yeah, beauty, and it doesn't look like SaysO is going to be going over to that fountain anytime soon. Could be possible 3 reds. I mean, that would be insane, but what's also insane is 3-3-3, very close to 4-4-3, and Kiwi's just looking for a fight now. He doesn't want to do anything else. He's just going to be looking for damage. Nice splits as well from KiWiKaKi. Very nice. The stomp is actually pretty decent considering not many breakers. He did get some of the militia that SaysO was trying to use in this fight, but now it's just going to be all berserkers, plus 2 upgrades, like bongos with devotion aura. Just so tanky units right now.
There's just no mana on the Panda either. He does not have mana potions, and that's what you need. That is the main source of your damage. Everything else is sustain and kiting ability, but the Panda is your carry, and where's the carry now? He's just a big footman as a town portal is called, but 42 against 50 supply and 900 gold bank with the Torrens soon to be on the way for Kiwi.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the Kiwi didn't even get level 4-4 level ups. He killed so many units, but I guess, you know, SaysO's so greedy too. He heals and just goes straight across the map. Like, he's gonna get caught off again, and Kiwi's just continuing to fight. SaysO hasn't even given himself much time to breathe.
Yeah. Militia being called yet again. And the Panda's going to have much more mana this time around. There's still no... Okay, there is a heal scroll for Kiwi as he uses it right there to make sure he saves everything. Panda out of mana, soon to have another breath, but the Berserker form is used. The Shadowhunter close to level 4 right now, and Town Portal passive with that low torn Chief and Chain Lightning doing even more damage. Breath trying to do its best, but no kills. Look at the micro from KiWiKaKi.
Oh, beautiful. It's absolutely nuts. And now more and more breakers are dying, and we're just falling into the Orc army's just way too strong. It's just too sustainable. I mean, it's eating breaths. It's just eating everything, and Kiwi's able to plow through. SaysO's so low on his heroes, too. Kiwi probably wishing he had 1 stomp with a Chain Lightning. That would be money in the bank. Probably seal the deal in this series, but it's not meant to be right now. SaysO's continuing to push, which is just very weird. But now Kiwi, right decision. Go to the health fountain. You want to come up here, bro?
Look at that. Look at the healing. Oh my god. And we saw an Orc player at the fountain the other day, and we're going to see the GG called today 2-0 yet again for KiWiKaKi.
Sigh of relief by Kiwi, but yeah, we got the 4 Horsemen of the Americas back in the semis. It's Hitman versus Kiwi and Cruncher versus Insub. Summer was just, the one